My obsession for Kevin James probably started right when I started watching King of Queens, but I have become obsessed with his masterwork, Paul Blart Mall Cop and Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. I love Paul Blart Mall Cop, so much so that I have become Paul Blart Mall Cop himself. Before my obsession with Kevin James, it was probably Adam Sandler, because he is a very silly guy, but now I hate his guts, because he's not funny, because when he goes, Adam Sandler! It doesn't make me laugh, it only makes me cry. But on the other hand, whenever my Lord and Savior, Kevin James, makes a fat joke, I piss my pants from laughing. Ha! And back in good old 2015, I just about busted a nut into my bag of Kevin James meat. When I found out they were making Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. I used to be thin. Very thin. 150 pounds to be exact. But after I watched Paul Blart Mall Cop, that changed my life. I decided that I would put on 200 plus pounds to recreate my favorite character in film. And obviously, for the next step of me being 100% re-embodiment of Kevin James, I had to become a mall cop. And sadly, our mall burnt down due to a pyromania. So I said, I no longer can work there. What will I do? Become Paul Blart, mall cop vigilante. Every night, I take to the streets, pixie stick in hand, stopping any crime that I see, especially them doggone parkour artists.
You're fat. You're fat. You're fat. Get down, fat.
I'm this town's goddamn hero.
Yeah, he's no hero. Ever since I moved into this neighborhood about 3 years ago, that's when he really hit the Paul Blart stride. I'm kind of his personal punching bag. Over the past 3 years, he's developed a sort of hatred against me. I don't know why. I have zero idea why it happened. The two of us have never formally met or anything, so every morning I like to take a nice little morning jog down the street, and there he is, just standing on his porch with a can, and he chucks the can at me.
Hey, Carl!
He's a very weird person, and I don't like him.
You said that you act as a vigilante now that you lost your job as a mall cop. How do real officers of the law feel about you and what you are doing?
What do you mean, real officers?
Real certified police officers.
I am registered as a mall cop.
That is not the same thing as a real police officer. You've watched the movie enough times to know that.
One time we ran into each other at the store. He was picking up a industrial-sized bag of pixie sticks, and he just stared at me from the end of the aisle and yelled, "One of these days, I'm gonna have your ass behind bars," which got him hauled out of the store.
Well, the police love me.
We don't work well with that guy.
They did have to take away my gun, which I wasn't supposed to have, but I have gotten a new weapon, which is our voices! And that is the only weapon that doesn't need a...
The cops in this town have a long and fraught relationship with Paul Blart Mall Cop.
The only thing I get a kick out of is name that the local kids call it. Paul Fart Ball Cop.
Have you managed to find a relationship similar to how Paul Blart finds a relationship in the film?
Sadly, no, because I like my women like I like my cows, dead and wearing leather.
I've also heard what goes on at his place. It seems like he believes that he has a mother and daughter, much like the character of Paul Blart does in the movie. But in reality, it's really just his senile old grandmother.
Ever since he was a little boy, Polly was a very special case. He acted very randomly and sporadically at times. Polly, would you please be a good boy and get your grandmama a soda?
Pull it, feel the nub.
Polly, what are you doing? He claims that the city will never be safe. I don't respect him.
There was another time where I coincidentally got into a fender bender with him, and I had to seek refuge in an old lady's house.
He brings home with him these giant industrial-sized bags of meat. God knows what he does with them.
Down up.
Kevin James!
Okay, keep the ball to the pitcher.
Here it goes, Kevin. You got a big bowl of steak. Oh!
Fuck! Friday night.
We're gonna feel that.
This is my own personal hell.
I love Kevin James.
Good evening, everyone. I am Taylor Murphy, and just a few hours ago, local nuisance Paul Fart Ballcock performed in this very spot what can only be described as the mall cop version of police brutality. Here on the matter is Paul Fart Ballcock.
That dumb I had it coming for stealing that box of condoms. I was just doing my civil duty as a ball cock. I'm just doing what anyone would do.
I'm gonna be Kevin James until the day I die. Everybody loves me. No one will ever change me. No one can ever change me.
Listen here, you fat pig. No one here is above me. I'm the biggest big shot in this whole town. And I swear, if any of you dumb try and step up on me, I will segue onto your I mean, I'm flattening that with my Segway, mother. And if any of you dumb pigs try and put me in a mental institution, I swear I will rip every inmate in there, and then I'm coming for your asses.
The children love me. The police officers love me. Everyone loves me. And they will never stop loving me because everyone loves Kevin James.